All right, we are ready to paint our flowers, and we have them about half colored because we did our oil pastel. And now we are going to be filling in the rest of it with paint. So all the white areas are where the paint is going to go. The paint will not stick to the oil pastel. And as you can see if I can bring that closer, the oil pastel and the water do not mix. The water is just sitting on top of it. That's because it has oil in it, and oil and water do not mix. So it doesn't matter that I got my paper a little wet because it's gonna get wet in a second anyway. So what I can do, I already picked a family, kind of in the orange family here, a little bit of red peeking in. So I can stay with my orange family, or I can branch out a little bit with my paint, and I can pull in another close family member, and I know they're close because they live next door to each other, on my paint tray and on the color wheel. So yellow is right next door to orange, so I know that that's not too far off. I wouldn't grab something like blue where I have to go down a few blocks to find it. Always sticking right around your neighborhood is going to help you with finding the right family members. And I'm painting right over my oil pastel, filling in all those empty spaces. And I wipe off my paintbrush after I dip it in to my water. I dip, I wipe, and I paint each time. That way I'm in control of my paint, not the other way around. If I don't wipe it off, I run the risk of my paint being really watery and drippy and kind of going where it wants to. But when I wipe it off on the side of my cup, I know I'm in control. And I do this every so often because I don't want to be painting with a brush that is not juicy. I want my paintbrush to have lots of paint and enough water on it. And you know that it doesn't if it starts to become a hairy troll. Like if it starts to run out and you need to push down to get anything to come out of it and the hair starts going every which way, that is the hairy troll. Your paintbrush should always look like a ballerina toe, pointy, pointy. So the only cure for the hairy troll is water. So you need to get back into the water to get rid of the hairy troll. And again, just like before, all my petals should match each other. They are a family, they are working together. And all of a sudden, I'm not gonna throw in a purple petal, anything like that. And I'm just turning my paper as I go, filling in all of my white. Okay, so that is the part I'm concentrating on, just filling in the white. Doesn't really do a whole lot to paint too long on my oil pastel because it's not sticking to it anyway. It's just gonna stick to the white parts. I'm gonna go with some orange now. It's got a cootie on it. I wake up my orange with a little bit of water, and this last petals will be orange again, still in my same family. I'm not taking blue or purple or green, which wouldn't really go along with our family. That's how nature works. And then I need to decide on my background. So far we've been sticking with the family. Now we are going to try to find somebody that is completely different from the family. So we've used yellow, we've used orange, we've used red, we have green. So none of those would be a great choice for my background. Blue is gonna be an awesome choice. Purple would be an awesome choice. This pink color might be a little close to the family, so I'm gonna not do that. I am gonna do blue. I like the idea of that. I'm gonna wake up my blue. If you're wondering who's a completely different family, look at the color wheel. They live across the street. They are completely different. And I am filling in the whole background. And you can see just how different my blue is from my orange. It's really gonna make it stand out, and that's what we want our background to do. We want it to be completely different from our flower. If it was the same, flower's gonna blend right into the background, and that's not what we're looking for. In the background, we already talked about how you should not have a lot of background, so this should not be something that takes forever to paint because it's just a small area. Okay, and I'm almost done. And again, I'm turning my paper as I go and wiping my brush on the edge of my cup so I'm in control, not the other way around. So I need to be a little more careful here. But again, you've got your oil pastel, and it really should help control your paint also, kind of keep it from going where you don't want it to. And I'm keeping my paintbrush nice and pointy to get into those small spaces. Okay, and my flower is done. I know it's done because I don't have any white areas showing. Every inch of it has been colored.